A man can do anything he wants to if he put his mind to it. I remember when I had a high school diploma, and I look at all these college students and I say to myself, what about these people? What make them smarter than me? And I look at their behavior that they display riding a train, and I say to myself, there's no way these people could be smarter than me with this dumb behavior they're displaying in the train. There's no way. And I think at that time, I look at myself as being mature because being smart have nothing to do with your ability to how much I could remember memory. Yes, you have to have a certain type of memory to remember certain things, but that alone is not smart. And the fact that you know something is important. Knowledge is important. Knowledge, memory is important. But even without those two things, what makes someone smart or brilliant? Maturity. And maturity is wisdom. When the mind is mature, it reach a point of fulfillment. The mind is mature. The mind, as long as the mind is immature, it will do immature things. So these kids, I look at them as it's very immature. And I said to myself, man, I'm already more mature than them. So I gotta be smarter than them. Because I said to myself, if I'm in school, you know, my my objective is to complete that work and get that good grades. That's all that matters. If I was always a person who always, I remember myself, always big on education. Anyone know me, I used to compete. I was never the brightest, and I admit to that. There are people who was more brilliant, smarter than me in my time, in my primary school. And that's okay. We we all born with different talents. We all born with different skill sets and certain brilliance. So it's okay. It's okay not to be as smart as they call it or as faster because somebody might be smart just because they're able to comprehend it much faster than you. That just your brain is just wired differently, and that's okay. However, that could change, and that with nurturing you could change that. So I I made my duty for one that I will go back to school because I like to compete. I compete. Everything I do is compete. I'm like, "Alright, I'm gonna compete. You know, I'm sure that I could do this. Yeah, because I never I didn't need a college degree to make money. Yes, I am making more money because of my education. I must agree, but I didn't need that. Prior to nursing, I was working in finance and also security. I did security work for quite a long time. from since 2000, maybe 2006, 7. First, I did. So when I came into this country, um, my first job was from my friend, good friend of mine, one of my best friend named Eddie. This guy gave me a job. He hired me with this in this company. It's like a bargain center, where you have like it's like multi products. And you sell everything. You sell everything from garbage bin to hairspray. All this is like a variety stuff. We call it a bargain center. Anyway, I got this job, my first job in America, and I always know in myself that I am never gonna just settle just for what is given. Because that job was given to me. I didn't choose that job. You see, we have to stop accepting what was just given to us and start moving in a direction and getting what you want. Just it's not enough. So I said, you know what? All right, I'm gonna go back to school. But even with going back to school, I said to myself, I am going to go back to school, but my grades gotta be superb because I'm gonna compete. I remember going to graduations and I saw graduates wearing this. They're wearing what do you call this? Right, they're wearing the stuff, and I said to myself, "Wow, that's amazing." This? Why is these people wearing? Why is these people wearing this? And then this other person doesn't have just a gown, and I said, well, then someone said, "Oh, these are people who graduate with honors, and because they have like um, cum laude, uh, mag, mag, magna cum laude, summa cum laude, all this cum laude shit. Like, what the hell is this cum laude? Like, who really cares about, you know, you graduate? Who like it might like I'm like, who really care about this thing? That's why you see a lot of students, they don't really go after that because they have it in them. You see, people have they could do it, but it was like, yo, you what it takes to do it is the problem. They are not willing to do what it takes to get a magna cum laude or to get a cum laude. All right, so let me just help. So cum laude depends on what school you're going to, right? 3.0 to like 4, and magna cum laude, this is in the between, like 3.5, 3.7, and summa cum laude, which is the highest one, right? Okay. So, but the thing is this: what I admire about the people who have all these different tonsils and ribbons and stuff on them is because it shows a separation from the people who want to be the best. Because those are the ones that are the best because of the grades. So I said, it's gonna be me. And in 2013, I graduated with my baccalaureate as a magna cum laude. Not still didn't aspire to summa because there is one above. That's what I'm saying. You don't. you don't have to be the brightest, you don't have to be the smartest to gain wealth. You know what I mean? I was never the brightest. Okay? Somebody might make fun of you, like sometimes, you know, you might not spell a word right. Because sometimes I have problems spelling. I don't know. Sometimes I used to think that, okay, I'm dyslexic or something like that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm still a millionaire, right? And where's my point? You don't something right, back to the point. You don't have to be you don't have to be the brightest. But I'm telling you, for your own soul, because you see, there's a part of us that need to be fulfilled, which is that soul. We have that soul part. And if that part is not fulfilled, that's why, there's mind, body, and soul. And you better believe that there is mind. That's why you see Trinity is kind of interesting because that could be actually possible. God, the Father, and the Son. What they're really talking about is that's just God. That's God. That's how God could be in all different forms. And it's true. That's God. God the Father. Because God Himself is everything. And then you have the God Spirit, which is hard to identify as everything too, but there is you can't see. God the Father is God the Son. Who's the Son? The Holy Spirit. Wow. So Jesus is really the Son. Okay. To my point. All right, you don't have to be the brightest. So, anyway, and I say to myself, I look at a lot of people and I say, wow, so many people, even in nursing, people don't really aspire for a lot. They just want to just be there. So I decided to go work for my master's. I said to myself, 50 years from now, would I want to be recognized as someone who just graduated a bachelor's, or somebody going to say at least you're a master's, right? One more from the doctor, because Harris is a doctorate, right? So I said to myself, there's something about me. I may not be the best at anything in this life, but I'm damn gonna tell you, I'm gonna be just as close to being the best. And I'm okay, and I'm satisfied with my life to knowing I was just as great as Socrates in my writing. I don't have to be better than him. Do you think Kobe Bryant is mad that he's not better than Michael Jordan? No, you think LeBron James is worried that he could have never be better than Michael Jordan? No. They had satisfied their soul. You don't have to be the best at anything to satisfy your soul. So, with saying that, that still doesn't mean that not because you don't have to be the best at something, that doesn't mean to say that you're not going to give it your best. And that's where we're lacking. Are we giving our best? Are we doing enough? Are we doing enough that we could do to change the life that we are living, to change how our future gonna go from here, to change our children's future? Are we doing enough? And until then, we have to continue to examine ourselves. We have to continue to change the way our mind wants to operate. That's you. You. And it's only you that could do that. You gotta spark that inner you. There's two type of you. There's that inner you, and there's this outer you. Too many times we allow the outer to affect the inner. But you see, as long as you're letting that happen, you are in the wrong direction. The inner have to control the outer. So your real living is living inside out, not from out. You don't allow just because it's raining, oh, I'm gonna be sad today. No, and I can't go to work. No. That's letting the outer determine how you want to live your life for that day. When your inner is in control, if you plan was to get up and go to the gym today, and you know that's your regimen, that's your routine, snow, winter, hurricane, doesn't matter. Okay, you'll be in the gym hitting it because that's your goal. That's you have a goal or something specific that you want to hit or attain. Till then again, done pre inspiration. Boom.